This video shows how to complete a suspension job on a 2012 Ford Expedition. We'll install these Duralast loaded strut assemblies for a faster install and better ride control. Now you can do this job at home with hand tools. These are the tools you'll need for the job. The bigger tools, like the 30mm deep socket and the 1/2-inch drive torque wrench, you can borrow from AutoZone through the Loan a Tool program. You'll also need a good hydraulic jack, some jack stands, and wheel chocks. Make sure the car is in park with the parking brake on before starting. You may also need some PB Blaster to loosen up tough nuts and bolts. To get started, loosen the lug nuts. Jack up the vehicle from a secure point and place it on jack stands. Then, remove the lug nuts and the wheel. First, we'll remove the wheel speed sensor bracket bolt. Then, remove the brake hose bracket bolt. Now remove the tie rod end nut, and you might want to knock this loose with a mallet. Remove the 2 sway bar bracket nuts. Remove the upper ball joint nut and knock this loose from the spindle. Remove the lower strut nut. Then go to the top to remove the top 3 strut mount nuts. Now remove the lower strut mount bolt, and then you can remove the strut assembly. Install the new strut assembly and tighten the top 3 strut mount nuts. Now you'll need to use the jack here to support the lower control arm. Then raise it to install the lower strut bolt and tap this in with the mallet. Continue to raise the jack to install the upper ball joint nut and tighten. Tighten the lower strut mount bolt and nut. Remove the jack and install and tighten the tie rod end nut. Now install and tighten the sway bar bracket nuts. You've got to install both the brake hose and the wheel speed sensor bracket bolts here. Install the wheel. Jack up the car. Remove the jack stands and lower the car until the wheel is just touching. Torque the lug nuts to 150 foot-pounds. Repeat on the other side and you're ready to move to the rear. For the rear, raise the vehicle and remove the wheel using the same procedure as the front, just with the appropriate wheel and support points. Remove the brake caliper and secure it to prevent from damaging the brake hose. Remove the 1 nut and 2 bolts securing the knuckle and knock this loose with a mallet. Remove the lower strut nut and support the rear suspension using a jack. Remove the top 3 strut mount nuts from the top and then remove the jack. Remove the lower strut bolt and then you can remove the strut assembly. Install the new strut assembly and hand thread the top nuts. Use a jack to line up the lower strut mount and then you can install the bolt and tap it through. Tighten the top 3 strut mount nuts. Use the jack to raise the knuckle and then you can install the 3 control arms and tighten the nuts and bolts. Then remove the jack. Install the lower strut nut and tighten. Install the brake caliper. Install the wheel following the same procedure as the front. Repeat on the other side and you're done. We recommend going for a test drive, getting an alignment check, and enjoying your new suspension.